How brush is manufactured. In this video, we are going to talk about brush manufacturing. Many brush users are unaware of the processes and manufacturing work put in brush manufacturing. As innovative applications develop and designs change, new brushes are constantly being developed to meet new conditions. Though there have been many changes over the years, the basic design of brushes has remained constant, with handles and bristles being the common elements. A brush is a common tool with bristles, wire or other filaments. It generally consists of a handle or block to which filaments are affixed in either a parallel or perpendicular orientation, depending on the way the brush is to be gripped during use. The material of both the block and bristles or filaments is chosen to withstand hazards of its intended use, such as corrosive chemicals, heat or abrasion. It is used for cleaning, grooming hair, makeup, painting, surface finishing, and for many other purposes. It is one of the most basic and versatile tools in use today, and the average household may contain several dozen varieties. When houses were first inhabited, homeowners used branches taken from shrubs to sweep up dirt, hence using the first brushes. In 1859, the first brush factory in America was set up in New York. A common way of setting the bristles, brush filaments, in the brush is the staple or anchor set brush, in which the filament is forced with a staple by the middle into a hole with a special driver and held there by the pressure against all of the walls of the hole, and the portions of the staple nailed to the bottom of the hole. The staple can be replaced with a kind of anchor, which is a piece of rectangular profile wire that is anchored to the wall of the hole, like in most toothbrushes. Another way to attach the bristles to the surface can be found in a fused brush, in which instead of being inserted into a hole, a plastic fiber is welded to another plastic surface, giving the option to use different diameters of bristles in the same brush. Configurations include twisted-in wire, e.g. bottle brushes, cylinders, and discs, with bristles spread in one face or radially. Brushes used for cleaning come in various sizes, ranging from that of a toothbrush to the standard household version accompanied by a dustpan to 363 deck brushes. There are brushes for cleaning tiny cracks and crevices, and brushes for cleaning enormous warehouse floors. Brushes perform a multitude of cleaning tasks. For example, brushes lightly dust the tiniest figurine, they help scrub stains out of clothing and shoes, they remove grime from tires, and they remove the dirt and debris found on floors with the help of a dustpan. Specific brushes are used for diverse activities, from cleaning vegetables, as a toilet brush, washing glass, cleaning tiles, and as a mild abrasive for sanding. The first consideration in the construction of a brush is the handle. It has to be made of a solid, sturdy material that will hold the bristles in place but be able to take continuous use. The selected handle material is carefully inspected for any flaws that may weaken the strength of the brush. Twisted wire brushes are made by placing bristles between stem wires. The wires are then twisted tightly to secure and hold the filaments in place. The length and diameter of the brush can be easily adjusted, as well as the filaments. After the molding process, the handle is shaped to match its final form for the completed brush. Every handle is put through different machining to match its final contour and shape. Wire brush handles can be twinned or machined. The design of every brush is unique and has added features that makes the use of the brush easier. These features can include a loop on the top for handling and storage, grooves, or indentations to allow better grip, or recessed bristles. Any additional characteristics are added to the handle to make use of the brush more convenient. The handle on the toothbrush-style utility brush has special notches in the handle for easier grip and handling. Prior to inserting the bristles, the handle has to be prepared. For brushes with wooden handles, holes are drilled for the bristles to be inserted. The same is true of plastic brushes. Once the handle is shaped and formed, holes are drilled for the bristles. Wire-handled brushes have the bristles twisted into the brush. Bristles come in as many varieties as there are brushes. They can be made of vinyl, horsehair, plants, synthetics, polypropylene, and various forms of light metals. The choice of bristles is dependent on the final purpose and use for the brush. Though for many years, bristles were inserted by hand and still are for certain forms of delicate or sensitive brushes, but for mass-produced brushes, they are inserted by machine in tightly wound bundles. The insertion process for placing bristles is critical to the performance and longevity of the brush. With some wooden brush handles, the bristle bundles are folded and stapled into pre-drilled holes. Brushes with plastic handles fold the bundles like wooden-handled brushes, but secure the bristles by folding them over a small piece of metal. Wire-handled brushes have the bristles twisted into the wire. The uses for brushes spread across industries, homes, retail locations, and service industries. They are found in every possible location, whether it is the production of automobiles or sweeping the kitchen floor. Brushes have become an essential part of multiple applications. Described below are a few of the industries that use brushes. Brushes are extraordinarily varied in quality. Brush quality is determined by the use of materials and the methods of construction, and the quality of a brush is generally well marked on the packaging. Even if a brush is of lower grade consumer quality, the materials are carefully monitored and chosen for their effectiveness as brush materials. Inferior brushes, and very cheap ones, are produced by using synthetic filament that is thick, untampered, and unfeathered, as the bristles show every brush stroke. Bristle that is used for consumer-grade brushes is often imported and is inspected once it arrives in the factory. The mixing process, and particularly the finishing process, ensures that adequate. In an automated process, bristles are separated into bundles that are joined with a metal ferrule, plugged and glued. Once dry, the brush head is cleaned, combed, and trimmed. Handles are automatically inserted into the brush head and then nailed, riveted, or crimped to the ferrule. In an automated process, bristles are separated into bundles that are joined with a metal ferrule, plugged and glued. Once dry, the brush head is cleaned, combed, and trimmed. Handles are automatically inserted into the brush head and then nailed, riveted, or crimped to the ferrule. Bristle is processed enough to make good quality brushes. Brush manufacturers employ brush inspectors who control quality by assessing the product at many stages of production. Furthermore, most American plants encourage the employees to visually monitor quality, since so many of the processes described above are accomplished in plain sight and not within a black box of machinery. Employees are asked to pull pieces off the line when they believe the product is inferior. The primary byproducts of this manufacturing process are dust created from mixing filaments or bristle, handling plastic handles or ferrules, cutting out wooden or cardboard plugs, etc. Thus, most factories are vacuumed constantly using automatic systems. Epoxies used to secure the bristles within the ferrule and plug should not be inhaled extensively, so the epoxies are ducted and filtered. Most of the parts of a brush are recyclable, the ferrule perhaps is not. Plastic handles can be recycled, bristles can be remixed. No harmful solvents are used in the manufacture of the brush. In the manufacturing industry, brushes of all configurations are needed for various jobs. These types of brushes are often made of wire or other very strong filaments. Some are shaped with small, thin twisted wire or filaments. Others have the bristles spread in a round shape, such as a disc. Others might be shaped into a cylinder or have external or internal spirals, coils, arcs, and have varying lengths. Some can be made very small while others will be large in size. Brushes can also be custom made by companies specializing in brushes. Brushes used for industrial purposes typically use filaments made of standard materials, including nylon, polypropylene, polyester, conductive, natural fibers, stainless steel, brass, and mild steel. Applications and use for these types of brushes will vary according to the job needed. They can be used for sealing machinery from debris, removing static electricity, skirting around the bottom of different types of machinery and vehicles, guiding gears, and closing gaps in conveyor systems.